And
welcome back.
this is the final part of the hero story for Sonic Adventure 2. I am Jams,
And I'm Koi.
and I cut out several deaths. So like at the end of Crazy Gadget, I had 9 lives. Now I have 2.
Damn.
Technically 3 because Zero counts as a life in this game too.
So we're fighting Eggman.
Yeah, we're fighting Eggman again. He has special attacks this time, and to be honest, I only won because I got lucky. You see right here, he's about to pull out the laser, but the explosion hurts him. That laser does so much damage that if you get hit by it, you're basically done. Like, if you get hit by it more than once, you're basically done. The missiles, at least you can easily run away from, but unless you're close to him, you can't get away from the laser.
Right.
But yeah, that was disgusting. Like, it looks easy, but oh man. Anyways,
Oh no, now you find something?
Strange
Huh?
energy.
Did I find something again?
what?
Oh, you're playing as Knuckles.
Oh no, this is just something on the cutscene. Knuckles' last stage was Meteor Hurt, so we're done with him. In fact, this is, like I said, this is the last part of the hero story, so it's just one last stage for Sonic and a boss fight against Shadow, and that's it.
I managed to use the chaos control.
But yeah, Sonic managed to use Chaos Control. He teleported. He pulled it out of his ass.
I'm worried about Tails and Amy. I hate to ask, but could you help them? This is our last chance. I got it.
Look at Yugi in Kaiba.
Slam dunk
But yeah, there's like no foreshadowing or any indication that Sonic has the ability to use Chaos Control before he just suddenly does it.
Final rush.
I mean, it was still a long shot. He just kind of tried it because he had no other choice, but still.
He's in space now. How can he breathe?
I don't know. Also, I tried to be fancy here and I died.
Right there.
Yeah. You could have homing attacked the artificial chaos and gotten onto the screen for a shortcut. Here I tried to be fancy again, do a trick on a spring, and then I missed the landing.
And you died.
Burn up on re-entry to Earth. So I just end up suiciding here. Because like I don't want to go through the entire stage with 0 extra lives.
Story.
And welcome back to part 10, I guess. Because
Yeah, that was the end of the part, ladies and gentlemen. But okay, so yeah, seriously. Anyways, now we're doing Final Run for real, and it's basically a bunch of grind reels in space. It's like you gotta wonder how people get around on this stuff. Maybe like vehicles or whatever that ride on these reels, but this is a bit ridiculous.
How does Eggman have enough money?
Well, this isn't the space station isn't Eggman. It's his grandfather that built this.
Okay.
And it was commissioned. It was also commissioned by the U.S. government too. In the case of Gerald.
Did you just die?
Yeah, I'm gonna die again right here because I tried to switch rails, but SA2's rail grinding system, as I said in part 1, is jank. It's fucked up to put it lightly. It's like when you switch rails, it doesn't really have like a sort of predefined animation or anything. You kind of just hop over, like you just jump over without like any real transition. And I died again.
Death montage. This is our playthrough. This is death montage.
Wait until we get to the bonus episode. Anyways, I give up on trying to switch rails and just stick on this one. Thankfully, this one doesn't end in a dead end, so... But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I already reported the Dark Side story as of today, so that's gonna come up pretty quickly after... Well, I mean, it's two parts a week, so it's not gonna come up quickly, but I got it done quickly. So once we finish commentating on this and the Dark Side story, we're free to do other stuff.
Yep. I mean, they're probably gonna start commentating next week.
Next week,
Yeah, probably.
as of
next
this
week.
as of this recording, we don't even know yet for our plans.
We don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah, we don't know what's going on in our lives anymore. Sonic's just kind of flailing around in space. But yeah, Idle Rush is much less of a pain in the ass than Crazy Gadget at least, so there's that. And I keep trying to get onto the grind rail here, but I can't.
Is that boss? No, it's not boss.
Now, those are regular enemies called Artificial Chaos. Like I mentioned before, they're artificial versions of a major character from Sonic Adventure 1. The stage goes on for like a little bit too, so... But yeah, it's a bummer that we have to kind of mute the audio to make the commentary work because we're doing this with Discord. But yeah, this is kind of jank too, because the game expects you to just basically use the air dash and just fly right onto the grind rail like that. At least here, it's kind of safe and you won't miss. But well, actually, I do miss later on and I die again.
Did it start the stage all over again?
No, there's checkpoints. There's checkpoints. Oh my god, if I had to do this game without checkpoints, I would not be doing this game like at all. Like straight up, even Dark Souls is more forgiving than doing this game without checkpoints.
Do Kingdom Hearts 3 without any checkpoints?
Oh god.
You just die?
Yeah. And I just burn up on re-entry.
When you keep on dying so much in Kingdom Hearts 3, then in Kingdom Hearts 2 against Alden, that Mickey comes out.
Mickey comes out and you die again, and eventually you run out of chances to use Mickey. It's like you do know how like there's like a percentage chance for Mickey to show up, and he only shows up for certain fights, and after enough times he just stops showing up. Like the chance for him to show up gets lower and lower.
I mean, I know he appeared in his Alden fight. What other fights does he appear in?
I want to say Org 13 fights and some Heartless fights, but I don't remember. I know he showed up for me in Zaldin, but that's it.
I mean, that's like the main one he appeared. Did you miss?
Yeah. Yeah, this is why I don't like the grind rail mechanics of this game, just because it feels just unstable, you know?
Yeah!
It's like in the other games, you generally stick to rails more easily. Like you're pretty much guaranteed to actually stick to the rail, and switching has like its own like actually play tested and properly built mechanic. So you have like an actual animation of hopping over to the other rail instead of just flying off to the side, like I did earlier.
Oh, you're trying to get the life.
Yeah, I was trying to get an extra life. But yeah, anyways, like like I said, I finished recording the entire Darkside story earlier today, and surprisingly enough, other than 2 stages that were a bit of a pain in the ass, it was a lot easier than the Hero Science story for me for some reason.
And being a villain is easier than being a villain.
Yeah. Maybe we're just more cut out for the darkness after all. Maybe it's a sign. But yeah, I had more fun with the Darkside story too than this, just because I just got it all done faster. And the recording sessions for that take up less space too. It's like only about 40 gigs of footage compared to everything from the Hero Side story taking over 50.
When you get rid of just the end, the beginning of the video, and it slims down the video by so much.
Yeah.
For Fortnite.
It does, yeah. Because like our Fortnite recording session I think was like 12 gigabytes. Our final product was like somewhere in the neighborhood of 3 to 5.
And James just got rid of the
Yeah, all I
intro.
Yeah, all I had to do was just trim the ending out where it went on for a little bit after we stopped talking. So just to cut a bit of audio out, and it cut down the size of that too. Probably because of compression or whatever, but it still looks good for what we were doing.
Barely made it.
And I get rank
final
E for
boss?
epic fail.
Final boss? No, one. There's 2 more. No, wait, 1 more. No, 0 more.
Yeah, it's just the fight against Shadow now.
Okay.
You never
When your
cease
clone
to
becomes
surprise me,
self-aware.
Hedgehog. I thought
Yeah.
that capsule you were in exploded in
You
space.
know, what can I say? I die hard.
Look at that walk and
You actually
Yeah.
saved me, you know.
Sonic dies
It was
hard.
Chaos Emerald, wasn't it?
You know they're making a
There's
live-action
no way
Sonic
you
movie?
could've activated the chaos
I heard about
control.
that.
It's like
Using
I
the
can't
emerald
imagine
itself.
how that's possibly
Sir,
going to turn
there's
out
more
good.
to you than
Like I don't
just
think
looking like me.
like it's going to be a
What
mess.
are you anyway?
What you see is what you get. Just
It's like
a guy who
if
loves you
movies that are like that have like potential in the live action setting
I see.
fail,
But you
then
know,
I see no chance for this to turn out well in a live action setting.
your adventuring days are
Because like I heard
coming
the
to
recent
an
Venom
end.
movie also wasn't very well received.
It wasn't.
Did you see it?
I didn't see it. I don't need to see it.
Before this is over.
Like kind of a shame too, but like it was an interesting concept.
So how do you beat him?
Huh?
How do you?
Yeah,
Oh,
for
okay.
this fight, this fight's gonna jank too, but basically you have a couple options. If you try to homing attack him, he'll just jump and deflect your homing attack, so you can't do that. But the first thing you can do is either linger behind for a bit so he can do an attack like that. He'll stop and stand still and be vulnerable, and you can hit him then if you manage to catch up. Or right when he teleports out of that chaos control, if he does it into like right in the middle of a series of rings like that right there, you can use the light speed dash and it will hurt him if you hit him with it. Thing is, it's kind of difficult to do that, even though I think it's also the safest option. Because the areas behind you are slowly falling and disintegrating, so you can't just stick around. You can't just stand around. Ouch! And I die. He knocked me off the edge.
Before this is over,
Hmm?
I'll show you the true power of chaos control.
Of Shadow
So how long did this fight go on?
Use the summer
About 2 to 3 minutes.
Avoid the chaos sphere.
I can tell you are so done, aren't you?
I mean, it's not like I'm done, but then I just kill my eyes.
Yeah.
I have motion sickness though. So
Yeah.
the one thing bad about that is that we can't do first-player shooters.
First
Then I'll
person shooters?
grow up.
Oh.
Like,
Like,
I
I
lost my
usually
friend-
don't play any first person shooters anyway, with the exception of the Bioshock games, which are story oriented.
Yeah. I mean, I tried watching my friend play Dark Souls, and I was pretty good distance away, and afterward, I had a headache. I had such a bad headache.
That's weird though. Like, are you talking about Dark Souls or Bloodborne?
No, Dark Souls.
Dark Souls 1.
Yeah. Well, I don't know which Dark Souls it was.
Cause like, cause like if you're talking Dark Souls 3, then I can kind of understand because that game's a lot faster paced.
That's
Because
maybe Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, the Dark Souls 1 is a lot slower paced. Like, what system was he playing it on?
PS3.
PS3?
Yeah.
Then there was probably the first or second Dark Souls. Then that's a bit slower paced. Then yeah, I don't know. I don't
And like,
know.
he's moving around really fast.
Really.
Like, he's switching the camera angles really fast.
Oh yeah, if you're messing around the camera angle really fast, then yeah, that's kind of the kind of thing that's like either an acquired tolerance or whatever, but I don't know.
I mean, I nearly died. Like, it was horrible.
For me, I've never had motion sickness in a game, even with terrible camera angles like this. But the one exception is when I'm playing Portal 2. It's like I don't know what caused that, but I had really terrible sickness when trying to play Portal 2. And like, so the internet suggestion was bite down a piece of ginger while you're playing the game.
That sounds
And
awful.
I regret doing that.
That's like the same thing as like do the cinnamon challenge.
Yeah, it's like I had no idea what I was in for.
Oh, what a pain.
But yeah, it takes a while before I finally take him down. There's still 2 hits left. Yeah, definitely this game could have benefited from having better boss fights in general. In fact, definitely I would like to see like a full-on remake of this or something, where they just overhaul the gameplay, do a massive rewrite of the story cutscene and stuff. That would be pretty cool.
You hit him?
No.
I'll get some rings in there.
You know, the day they finally announce a remake for Sonic Adventure 2 is the day the FF7 remake finally comes out. Which is probably never. The FF7 remake was announced in like 2015, and it's been over 3 years. KH3 has at least had a steady news drip now that we've hit 2018, but the FF7 remake, they've been dead silent on that.
I think it's dead. I think the project's dead.
Yeah.
It's done. I'm sorry. Game over. We're done.
Then again, though, you do realize that if they cancel the FF7 remake project, the company's like in serious financial trouble. I mean, they probably got like a ton of money, but at the same time, a public failure as bad as that, I think would have a big impact on Square Enix.
You know, yeah, you get ready to buy those stocks, you know, for Planet.
Buy all the stocks for Square Enix. Oh my god, I almost died again there.
Once it drops, then we can buy it.
So you're saying we should fund the development for FF7?
Well, not really fun, but then like when the stock drop because then FF7 is not going to be
And finally he's dead.
The ultimate light.
Game over, Shadow.
He's lying there
Why
with his
did it
eyes
stop
open.
collapsing?
Huh?
Why did it stop collapsing? It should continue to collapse.
I don't know why.
Is it? Hey, look, it's Eggman. Help! I've fallen. I can't get up.
Sonic.
He had
I
a stroke.
Did it.
Did he really have a stroke?
well, no,
Awesome
but
job, Tails.
it's a surprise that he hasn't yet.
Sonic. And
Look outside.
Wait, is that the Chaos Diamond?
Yeah, he got the real Chaos Emerald because Tails probably dropped it or whatever, and I guess Tails wasn't looking even though he was facing Eggman. So
Look at that. And this is what the US government funds.
yeah, a space cannon.
Oh, it blew up.
Yeah, Sonic blew it up.
I'm surprised the whole thing didn't blow up.
Yeah.
What the heck?
In fact,
Is
this
this there?
huh?
Is the cannon supported by just that tiny little thing?
I don't know.
Alright, that's the end of Sonic Generation.
Sonic Adventure 2.
Adventure 2. Well, based on what I'm seeing, this game would give me motion sickness.
So how about that plot?
I mean, it's sort of really fast paced.
Yeah, that's the thing too, is that I think it's a common problem that the series has, is that it tries to have ambitious storylines, but like the games aren't long enough to accommodate that.
Yeah.
It's like the storyline for Sonic Forces in particular, that game you could beat in like 3 hours, but the storyline feels like it's fit for at least a 20 to 30 hour RPG.
Kingdom Hearts, this game is going to be 80 hours plus long. In reality, it's only 5 minutes.
But yeah, the story here is fast paced, but they do at least explain most of the stuff and flesh things out with the other remaining 2 storylines, the Dark Side story and the last story, but there's also some backstory that they only explained in a Japanese exclusive strategy guide, just like with Final Fantasy, and just like with Kingdom Hearts. Well, Final Fantasy more so.
The Japanese get everything. They have a good 7-Eleven, they have good McDonald's, even though the first McDonald's opened up here in the US. 7-Eleven opened up in the US. Yet they get the better stuff.
And they actually get physical soundtrack discs too for game music.
I mean, we got that once with the baby making simulator game.
Oh, Conception you're talking about?
Yeah, Conception 2.
Apparently they're remastering the first Conception for PS4.
I mean, I never finished that game, so I think I sold it.
You sold it?
Yeah, I think I gave the game some, which was the stupidest thing I ever did.
I don't blame you. I eventually sold it too.
Yeah. Oh well, alright folks, thank you for watching the series. Our next series will be Sonic Generations.
Well, yeah, after this we're doing the Dark Side story next and then Sonic Generations.
Just kidding. After we finish everything in this game.
Yeah. Thankfully it's not that much left. But yeah, there's a small ad here for the Dark Side story at the end of it too.
Alright. 17.
But yeah, Sonic Generations, I mean, I think that game might be giving you motion sickness too, but it's also much better in terms of just game mechanics and stuff. It's more polished.
Right. If I get motion sickness, folks, we're going to record that.
Eggman steals the research from a military base located on an island to the south.
Yeah, how
The
are we gonna do
military's
that anyway? Because like,
top-secret
what I'm gonna do is like,
Sealed in the
when you
space
come over, I'm
station
gonna have you
park.
practice with the game
The
a little
seven
bit. But like,
chaos
if you get motion sickness, should we just
When
do it
all
like
the
post
keys have
commentary
been
like this game
collected,
then?
World
Yeah, we
Conquest
probably
will
should
begin.
because that. I'll get pretty
Sonic
messed up.
Adventure 2, The Dark Side Story, Long
I
Live
will
the
be able to do it in
Eggman
like 2 hours.
Empire.
But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the part, ladies and gentlemen. See you next time.
We'll see you next time, which is like in 1 minute.